Chapter 88. It was clear that she was trying to imply that it was time for Cindy to leave. However, Cindy did not seem to understand what Nancy's gaze meant. Instead, Cindy sat her boyfriend down as well. Since we happened to run into each other, let's have lunch together. I would hate to disrupt you and your friend, Nancy said in a small voice. Cindy chuckled. Oh, it's no disruption. The more the merrier. Nancy did not know what to say, lowering her head quietly. To tell the truth, she did not want to see Cindy or eat with her. However, she could not bring herself to say so. Wilbur merely said, "Sure, I guess fate is a strange thing." Cindy piped up then, "Wilbur, I heard Nancy invited you to lunch here?" "Yes, she did," Wilbur said. Cindy let out a mocking laugh. "Do you know how much a meal here costs?" "I wouldn't know. I rarely eat at places like this." That was the truth. Wilbur did not really like fine dining, so he was honestly unsure. Cindy smirked. "A meal for two would probably cost around $2,000. If you were to open a decent bottle of wine, you'd be looking at around $4,500. That much?" Wilbur was shocked at Cindy's words. Was it really that expensive? Cindy's disdain only grew upon seeing the look on Wilbur's face. "Yes. What did you think? You know, I'd stop trying to court Nancy if I were you. She's way out of your league." "Huh?" Wilbur was thrown off guard at the comment. Their relationship was not like that. Cindy sneered. "You said that you've been working abroad for all those years. Did you make any money?" "A little," Wilbur said calmly. Cindy said, "How much are we talking about?" "Oh, I'm not too sure about that." To be honest, he did not know just how much money he had at this point. He would glance at the annual reports sent over detailing the amount of investments and assets Cape had around the world once and call it a day. "Huh!" Cindy barked out a laugh. "Just admit that you're broke. There's no need to hide it. It's fine if you're poor, but it's despicable to pretend to be rich. I didn't bring it up during the gathering to help you save face, but I can't just stand by and watch you hit on Nancy without doing anything." Wilbur let out an exasperated chuckle. "And how were you able to tell that I was trying to hit on Nancy? You're going on a date on your own. Isn't that enough proof?" Cindy said, the disdain clear in her voice. "I've met plenty of men like you attempting to date me, and I send them all packing. You must be out of your mind thinking that you'll be able to get with someone like Nancy." "I never had those intentions," Wilbur argued. Cindy clearly did not believe him. "Nancy's a good kid. Stop trying to use your relationship as ex-classmates to get closer to her. I can see right through your petty tricks." Wilbur frowned. Cindy was being a little too rude. Just then, Cindy pointed at the foreign man next to her proudly. "See this? Get a man like this if you want to." "And what kind of man would this be?" Wilbur stared at the foreign man, mildly interested. Cindy stuck her chin out haughtily. "He's a higher-up of a global investment group, and about to be the CEO of the Dasha branch. That's the kind of man people like Nancy deserve, not some loser like you." Wilbur was speechless. How was he a loser all of a sudden? It was true that he remembered Cindy to be the most popular girl in school back then. All the boys wanted to get with her but were turned down, and she was nicknamed Ice Queen because of that. All of that, just for her to be changing boyfriends like it was nothing right now. It was truly a big shift. Cindy saw Wilbur staying silent and grew even more smug. "Now you know the difference. Remember now. Don't even think about hitting on Nancy. Got it?" Nancy could not stand it anymore and hurried to say, "Cindy, you've got it wrong. It really isn't what you think." "Oh, you," Cindy said, looking pitifully at Nancy. "You've got the body and the looks. I might be better looking overall, but you're still quite a beauty. How could you be so foolish? This is the rest of your life we're talking about here. Don't go soft and let some bastard take advantage of you and ruin your future." Nancy knew that there was no changing Cindy's mind anymore and could only change the subject. "Let's order something. I'm getting hungry." Cindy picked up the menu at once, glancing at Wilbur. "Are you really going to let a girl pay?" "I mean, I can pay too," Wilbur said. Cindy smiled at last. "That's more like it. All right. This one's on you." "No problem," Wilbur said. Cindy called for the waiter and ordered a few of the most expensive things on the menu. She ordered 6 different courses for 4 people, as well as a pricey bottle of red wine. The bill added up to around $20,000. Cindy finished ordering, then turned to smile at Wilbur, who shook his head. This lady was really trying something. Nancy panicked, saying, "Cindy, we can't finish all of that." Cindy knew that Nancy was implying that what she ordered was not too much, but too expensive. Cindy merely glared at Nancy, rolling her eyes. "You're supposed to order like this every time you eat with him and see how long he lasts. He will back off eventually. Do you understand?" Nancy sighed. She knew that Wilbur was probably wealthy enough to eat like this every day for the rest of his life. But she had invited him here to thank him, only for him to end up footing the bill instead. Wilbur might be wealthy, but that would not be a good thing for her to do. Just then, Wilbur's patience with Cindy had almost run out. He would have told her off a long time ago if they had not been classmates. Cindy had grown to become judgmental, snobbish, and even a little evil. Wilbur was starting to consider if he should fire her from Wood's corporate. Whether she was capable or not was another case. Someone with a personality like that was not someone Wilbur saw fit to work as a higher-up in a big company. However, Cindy only got worse after that and started to shower her boyfriend with praise. That man was apparently a doctorate holder, had an accolade of achievements, and was one of the most capable people in the Waller Street Global Investment Group, who was going to be the CEO of the Dasha branch he was going to set up. Cindy listed praise after praise, all the while glancing at Wilbur every now and then. It was clear what she was trying to imply. That was the kind of man Nancy deserved, not some piece of garbage like Wilbur. Just as Cindy was finally done, the food arrived. Nancy hastily urged everyone to dig in, and Cindy finally shut up.